Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I'm gay. Thank you. I'll be here all night. When's my Best Actor nomination coming? I don't know. Never. Today we're going to be going through the Confessions subreddit, as well as the True Off My Chest subreddit. This one's true, not false, like the Off My Chest subreddit. So we can assume that every single thing we read from it today is true. And because of course no one would ever lie on the internet. Before we read the confessions, I need to give all of us a spiritual cleanse, so I'm just going to say a quick Hail Mary before we begin the video. Okay? Oh, actually, I think I'm supposed to do that afterwards. You know, it's okay. The more the merrier, right? Okay. Hail Mary, full of grace. The Lord be with thee. I don't know if I can remember the rest. Let's just get into the video. I found money in an ATM and now I regret returning it. Just what the title says. I show up to a Wells Fargo ATM and there's $300 sitting in the cash dispenser. No one around, as if someone made a withdrawal and then forgot to take their money. I waited about 10 minutes to see if anyone came back, but no one did. See, I wouldn't even waited. I would have seen the money. I'd be like, oh, I need that. And I would have took that, but whatever. I was with my 9-year-old son who was excited and asked if we get to keep it. I told him that the right thing to do is to return it. However, this was a Sunday and we would have to wait until Monday. Good opportunity for a lesson, right? Kind of. I go in on Monday and explain to the manager what happened. They told me no one had contacted them yet, but they will put it back in the bank, and if someone comes and asks, they will look at the balance at the end of the month or something like that. No pat on the back, just a simple thanks, and the bank absorbs the cash with no real outcome. Could have used that $300, but I guess it's an important lesson for my kid. Still, ... The post itself isn't really that interesting. The top comment under it, though: this happened to me. I withdraw money and the ATM spit out the last few bucks when I left. Stupid me didn't count all the money. The bank actually contacted me. They have recordings, timestamps, etc. of the withdrawal, etc. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. Don't take it a particular way, okay? You did good by showing your kiddo the right to do. Fuck you. Don't be an idiot, right? Wait. You make a mistake. It's finders keepers. It's always finders keepers. You know, when it comes to stealing something that someone else lost, I'm a capitalist all day and night. That's my private property now. You know what I'm saying? You leave money behind, it's my money now. Okay? I would have, if I was in this guy's shoes, I would have regretted it too. No pat on the back. No thank you for your exemplary citizen service. People got Blue Lives Matters fucking flags hanging everywhere for the police who murder people. I'm doing a good deed, helping someone out, bringing their money back to the bank, and no one gets on their knees and sucks me off? I mean, what's that all about? Sorry, I would of course never do that. I got free coffee from Starbucks for about 6 months. Can't fucking feel bad about it. About 15 years ago, I was working in NYC and I would take advantage of the free refills that Starbucks had for drip coffee. The offer was really meant for people sitting in the store. Well, they can't do that anymore. Have you seen the fucking chairs in there? But I would buy coffee in the morning and then bring my cup back around 1 or 2 p.m. for another cup. Apparently in New York City, they weren't allowed to actually refill the cup for health code reasons or something. So they throw out the cup and give you a new one. That's when I realized there was a loophole here. I kept 5 cups and brought them home. Then I started bringing one in the morning to Starbucks and I'd get a free refill. I'd do this every day and I'd end up with 5 gross paper Starbucks cups at work, and then I'd bring them home on Friday and repeat the next week. I did this for months, not paying for the coffee at all, until one day I brought in my cup and handed it to the barista for a refill, only to realize that all the cups behind the counter were different. It was getting close to the holidays and they'd switched to their holiday logo cups. Well, color me embarrassed. I started paying for coffee again after that. It was a good run though. Confession, I went to Starbucks and gave them my money. Okay, piece of shit. Gotta go to Starbucks for your $5, $6 sugar drink? Pathetic. I know I'm a priest, right? I should be telling people, oh, you shouldn't do stuff like this. You shouldn't steal. You shouldn't lie. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Some of the things people confess for, I'm like, have you ever done anything actually bad in your life? What's really the confession here, right? Oh, don't worry. We're going to get deeper on the iceberg. This is like fucking nothing. My old job kept paying me for months after I quit and I never said a word. A lot of these are about money. Your job makes a mistake, pays you for months on end. That's their fucking fault. I'll take that money. People don't make enough money to care this much about it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't care about doing something wrong when it comes to money, when every day there are thousands of people who are rich and wealthy, who do terrible things to get money, who have a lot of money, which is in itself a terrible thing, and they get away with it every day.
I quit my retail job a few years back. I put in my 2 weeks, said my goodbyes, and thought I was done. A couple weeks later, I checked my account, and there's a paycheck sitting there like I was still working. At first, I figured it was for leftover hours or something, but then another check hit, and another. This went on for 4 months straight. I'd be sitting at home watching Netflix, and boom. Can't stay off your fucking phone? Second screen syndrome, Jesus. Direct deposit like I just worked 2 full 40-hour weeks. I kept expecting HR to call me or send a letter, but nothing. I didn't go crazy spending it because I was paranoid they'd want it back, but I definitely used it for rent and groceries. Then one day the money just stopped showing up and I never heard a word. It's been years now, and I still wonder if they ever realized or if some payroll system just kept me on autopilot until someone noticed. What's there to confess? They made a mistake? You benefited from it? People really just give too many fucks. God forgives all. Mostly. I don't know how I haven't been excommunicated from the Catholic Church yet. I hired a professional cuddler from a cuddling website. The other day I was at work and one of my coworkers said, you know, rock bottom has a basement. That's you. You're in the basement. Honestly, felt like kind of a loser doing this. I wonder why. But I had my reasons, which I can expand on in the thread. I paid $120 for the hour. Saw some were offering a bit cheaper, but I liked the look of the girl and the vibe I got when I messaged her, so I didn't mind her rate. No immediate bad thoughts, and I definitely would say I enjoyed the experience overall, but I'm just trying to process how I feel about everything. Yeah, I'd need a minute to process that too. I don't know if professional cuddling or professional fake dater is like considered like a form of sex work, because you're not doing any sex. I have no idea, but like, you don't need to even like give your body up in that way to someone to get paid. This is something I may be interested in doing. Not only will I get paid to cuddle other people, I will also be able to cuddle people. I'm touch starved too. I feel like people don't want to touch people anymore. Am I crazy? Am I making that up? Like, there's definitely some people who are touchy. Some people who are a little too touchy. I feel like with friendships nowadays, like you have to explicitly tell them, hey, I like touching you. You can like touch me often. Like, cause that's fine with me. I feel like people are afraid to touch people and I get it. There are a lot of people who don't like being touched, period. But I feel like people don't even like breach that boundary at all or even attempt to by asking about it or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I guess I just need to fucking say something, right? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not making a lot of sense. I don't know. Does anyone else like notice this? Like, it just feels like people don't want to be as physically intimate anymore. Like in friendship specifically. It's not like at the top priority, right? I guess. But for me, it is. I need to touch people. Deleted Fox News channel on relative's TV during recent visit. Every time I visit my relative's house, Fox News is blaring on the TV. I share my cable account with this person, so it annoys me that my money goes towards that poor excuse for a news channel. Today I was asked to fix something. While doing this, I blocked Fox News and Fox Business on the cable account. It may be petty, but I can't stand hearing that propaganda. Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad about this at all, obviously. But this reminded me of something the other day. I posted this on my Instagram story, like when this fucking happened. I just opened up my TV. Oh, we have a Roku soundbar. Piece of fucking shit, let me just say that. But any fucking way. Of course, even though we paid to have the soundbar, because it's like Roku, they'll just advertise things on there. New movies, new shit on the fucking Roku channel. Who the fuck wants to watch the Roku channel? I don't know. Sometimes they'll change the entire background to like a fucking new Marvel movie coming out, and I'm like, I don't really care about Captain America anymore. Okay, so this time I open up the TV, there's an advertisement for Sean Hannity. If you don't know who Sean Hannity is, he's like a Fox News host. I know who he is because my mom used to turn him on all the time at 10 p.m. when I was trying to fucking sleep when I was 8. Thanks, Mom. And then Sean Hannity would come and I'd be like, I'm gonna talk to Trump on the phone for the fucking 40th time in a row. Great. Awesome. Why don't you just fucking put his dick in your mouth while you're at it? Put your tongue in his ass. Sean Hannity, it's like I don't know if it's a show or it's just like a special, but it was like a picture of Luigi Mangione. And then it was like, it was something like radicalized young men, or how young men are radicalized or something. I'm like, really? I looked at it, I rolled my eyes, I was like, oh my fucking God. That's the young man radicalized we're talking about, the one who killed an insurance CEO? Why don't we talk about the young men who are radicalized into murdering women just because? Not like there's any good reason to murder a woman. I don't know. She was a health insurance. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, you all know what I mean. Or about young men who are radicalized into beating up fucking black people or fucking beating up any sort of marginalized group. Well, that's not the radicalization we're talking about, because that's not real. The things I say, Actually, they have no real impact on whether or not people enact violence on other people. We're going to talk about how Luigi Mangione was radicalized. He wasn't radicalized. He had a real experience that led him to do something that some people think is bad. Sean Hannity thinks is bad. Bootlicker. Birthday lie to my mom has followed me for 30 plus years. I grew up really poor. When I was about 5, my mom was visibly upset because she couldn't afford to get cakes mix for my birthday cake. All she had was the ingredients to make a German chocolate cake. I instantly told her that was my favorite cake ever. It definitely was not. I hate chocolate and I hate coconut even more. Every year since then for my birthday, she makes me a German chocolate cake and is so super excited, and it takes all I have to choke down a single slice. When she sends it home with me, I toss it right in the trash. She's much older now and I will never tell her the truth. Well, I'm going to tell you something as a priest. Lying is bad. Your 75-year-old mother, whose health is deteriorating, you need to fess up and confess to her because you've lied to her. And you will not, when you die, you will not go to heaven because of this lie. And I need you to know that. So, I want you to ruin your mother's life. Ruin the one thing she's always done for you that makes her happy. Because Jesus isn't like a fucking liar, okay? It's just what he's telling me right now. He's transmitting it into my head right now. I'm a cruel, cruel person. I should not have become a priest. Actually, I think it makes perfect sense that I became a priest. I mailed my own cum to Bonnie Blue, and I regret it. I regret it.
Why are we still here?
Bonnie Blue posted on her page that she wanted guys to send her their jizz and send it in with... No fucking idea what this guy just wrote. I have been really down lately, depressed, bored, and nothing has felt exciting. So when I saw that post, I actually felt a spark of happiness. Okay, Rock Bottom has another basement, and you're in it. Horny as I was, I thought that, fuck it, I'll do it. So I did it. I filled a condom, tied it up, wrapped it in a plastic bag, and sealed it inside a bubble envelope like I was shipping something precious. As it is. Woohoo, I actually mailed my semen across international borders from Norway to Bonnie Blue. You know, I think legally, right, I'm not wrong, you're not allowed to, like, mail money in the mail. Is that not wrong? That's crazy. This guy's mailing his jizz. Okay. At the local mail office, I stood there with my little package, like a little lunatic. Wrote down personal gift as content. Looking back at it, Jesus fucking... No, I can't say that. What was wrong? What's wrong with me? Yeah, what is wrong with you? He's at the postal office, he's got his thing. Postal worker's like, so where are you sending this to? Bonnie Blue. Okay, do you have an address? Yeah, 69 Rimjob Lane. Postal worker, don't give a flying fuck. All right, I'll take that. And he's just like, imagine he just busts from the postal worker taking it. Oh my God, some people are fucking sick. Let me just say it. When I dropped it, I actually felt proud for a while, but the reality hit when I got home. Post-nut clarity. After my second load of the day, I got the post-nut clarity experience twice in a day. I got stressed out and thought, shit, I just spent money to export my own jizz. Why do I always do stupid things like this when I'm horny? Help me. I'm a priest. I do all sorts of things when I get horny, let me tell you. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Somewhere out there's a postal worker unknowingly handing the lowest point of my life. At what point do you get off on this? Like, what is she even gonna do with it, right? This is a biohazard. It has to be. Take a bath with... Okay. She would do that. I used to perform stealth shots at school, and I still regret it. Let me just say, first of all, I've done some weird shit. I've done some weird shit in my life, and I'm not going to confess it here. This is like a new fucking fucked up. Back in the middle school, I was so bored during class that I secretly taught myself to masturbate without using my hands. I'd wrap my dick in toilet paper during break, sit perfectly still at my desk, and used only my pelvic muscles to edge the entire lesson. No movement, no noise, total silence. Eventually I could finish without anyone noticing. It became my weird little private challenge, training for the perfect incognito cum shot. Proudly I call them stealth shots for myself. Looking back at it, I know it came from a darker place. I was bullied. Okay, the fuck? I don't care about your dark place. What the fuck? Pay the electric bill. People just fucking say that for anything. They go out and fucking, like, I don't know. They murder someone. They're like,
I don't know, man. It's really dark in my house.
I was bullied, deeply insecure, and carrying a lot of unresolved baggage. Yeah, clearly. And what, your solution to that was jerking off without anyone noticing in the middle of class? You're sick. Instead of dealing with my stress in a healthy way, I chose something immature and secretive. I regret it. Pain might explain my behavior, but it does not excuse it. Oh, you're going to hell. You're going to the 12th circle. You're going to be frozen to death. You're going to be those people underneath the ice with their one little hand. That's you. That's going to be you. Because you are sick. Found my father rotting, and now I can't stop thinking about it. He overdosed, and there wasn't anyone with him for a few days. Can I just say, it's a good thing you don't have pets. Our one dog, he's not my dog. Let me make this very clear. Not my dog. The way he looks at me, I swear to God, that dog doesn't even want to wait till I die. He just wants to eat me while I'm sleeping. One of these days, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to turn over and like open my eyes, and he's going to be staring at me like that. I'm going to be like, oh! When I broke the door open, his fluids were leaking through the couch onto the floor, and he was all swollen. Oh, maybe it would have been better if the dog did eat him. He fought a drug addiction for years, despite all the support, and would commonly stop communicating with anyone when he would go on his binges. The smell of rotting flesh is something I'll never forget. Whenever I see a funeral or memorial, it saddens me with a deep depression knowing he didn't receive any of that due to his decomposed state. The immediate burial, the smell was coming out of his casket as well. Oh my God. I told therapists about this, and they truly don't know what to say. Imagine someone like doesn't know what happened. They go into the funeral, they're like gossiping in the corner. They're like, oh my God, like Stacy smells really bad. Every time I walk over to her, like Stacy is like the daughter. She's like standing by the fucking, she's standing right next to the casket. And she's like sobbing. Oh, Dad, I miss you so much. And they go over, pay their condolences. As soon as they walk away, they're like, oh my God, Stacy smells really bad. It's like she never heard of fucking showering. Better than telling her to your face, hey, I just want to let you know you kind of smell. She's like, that's my dead dad. Took a massive dump outside because there was no bathroom nearby. Who hasn't done this? You know the amount of times I've pissed outside? That doesn't sound crazy. Like, but keep in mind, I got different parts, man. When I piss, it's like a whole fucking experience. I got to take my pants off, basically. A couple months ago, I had to pee. I was pretty close to the road, and it was night, and cars just kept coming by, and I had to just take my moment and do it, and I was so worried they were just going to see my fucking white ass just flashed right there. They see it. They're like, they're driving home. They're like, oh my God, I think I just saw a ghost. I can't. And then I'm peeing for so long because I fucking drink so much water, and I'm like, I can't finish. What? I just got off work riding my bike home, and I started... I'm not reading this, bro. I can't. I spent 15 years getting attached to a person who doesn't exist. Hey, all right, I get it a little bit. I get attached to people who don't know I exist. Faking it through pharmacy school and hating myself for it. Imagine going to the pharmacist and you get prescribed like a fucking antibiotic and they end up giving you like Oxy and you just fucking overdose. I am a pay pig and no one can ever guess it in real life. All right, Brian Gnome. I don't know why you're on Reddit confessing this. The whole world already knows your secret. I swear to God, this has to be him. I'm into being a pay pig. Basically, I enjoy paying women and serving in that way. I know some people might find it unusual, but for me, it genuinely brings happiness. As does wearing giant. What's interesting is that whenever I tell someone, they're usually surprised because I don't come across as submissive at all, especially in real life, where I tend to give off a more confident leader type vibe. In real life, I don't come off like a sissy at all. Like 99% of men are fucking like that, actually. Oh, geez. You just pull that sissy out just a little bit. Oh, it'll fucking come. And they will. I'm telling you, there are so many more men who fucking like that. Honestly, sometimes I even wish more women just had their payment details on Instagram so people like me could pay them freely. No expectations attached. Would you do that for a man? Question. My just joking priest kink is no longer a joke anymore. What the fuck? The way they stand there all composed with those black robes is making me crazy. Like, robes make everything worse. Like, they add this whole layer of mystery and restraint that makes it 10 times more intense for no reason. That's why I'm not allowed on the nun campus anymore. I dumped my girlfriend because she made a test Instagram story and I failed. On today's episode of Can Neurotypical People Just Say What They Wanna Fucking Say? I don't think they can! I, 26 male, broke up with my girlfriend of 9 months yesterday because I'm apparently supposed to treat her Instagram like a job interview. She posted a black screen to her story with the caption, "Some people really disappoint you, LOL." No context, no explanation, just like that. Just stop trying to do subliminal messaging. I'm not a fucking... What the fuck is the fucking thing when you get the... Oh, look at the fucking thing, I'm gonna make you very sleepy. I'm not a hypnotist. I don't understand that. Just tell me what you want to say. I don't understand why this is so hard for people. If something is bothering you, say,
Hey, this bothered me.
you know, I'd rather have the confrontation when something happens then have weeks go by of passive aggressiveness or something, and then I'm like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? Why can't people just say what they think? I mean, if like you're in a relationship with someone, you're best friends or something, you're dating them. I understand not everyone deserves a confrontation with you. You don't deserve to give someone, if that makes sense. Like someone who's not really in your life does something that bothers you. I mean, it may not be worth the time to invest energy into confronting them about it. I understand that. I'm talking people who you are close with, who you have to see every day, maybe. I don't know, right? That you are around a lot, that you talk to a lot. These are the kind of people that like, yeah, it's kind of worth your energy to fix the problem. So I ignored it because I'm not a mind reader and I'm not going to play high school games. I assumed it was about one of her friends or just her being passive aggressive about work or whatever. Well, apparently that was a test. She told me I failed because I didn't message her right away asking what was wrong. She said it showed I don't care enough to check in. I told her I don't check Instagram every 5 minutes. If she has a problem with me, she should act like an adult and talk to me instead of fishing for attention through vague stories. She said I was being cold and emotionally unavailable. I said she was being manipulative and immature. She cried. I packed my stuff. She's still messaging me, telling me I'm heartless for leaving over one small thing. But it's not one small thing. It's the million red flags I've ignored for so long. The tests, the mood swings, the social media drama. I'm not dating a puzzle I have to solve daily just to avoid a tantrum. I want peace, not stories written in invisible ink that I'm expected to decode while she sits there with her arms crossed, waiting to see if I love her enough to notice. And I don't blame you. Sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth staying in a relationship of any kind if it's like the same things keep happening, for example, right? Seems to me, unless we're missing a lot of key details here, you want to care, you do care, obviously, but she just is acting like, like a child. I'm paraphilic and addicted to violent porn. I don't know. You need a lot of that. I don't even know what to do for you. Okay. Makes you feel any better. I watched a lot of teen porn. Nobody knows how ugly my body actually is. Same. Like from the outside, I know I look sultry, of course. I get changed and I have to turn away from the mirror because it's so scary. Like no one knows what I have going on under here. 18 female. On the outside, I can look moderately attractive because I'm slim, wear a lot of makeup, and I'm on the taller side. I have plenty of less appealing features, but generally, I still get looks and nice treatment from men. I wear some fitting tops, but only if they're high neck and at least 3/4 sleeves. Full length, wide leg trousers only. I never show any skin apart on my arm. That's because I have hirsutism, dark hair covering every square inch of my body, and a severe skin picking compulsion that means I have red spots and bumps all over my face, my upper arms, upper back, and chest from picking at my skin all the time. I'm also very pale and have cellulite. Wow, you were not fucking kidding when you said that. I just shave my arms and legs, wax or use tweezers on my face, and cover myself up with modest clothes and a shit ton of makeup. I have zero hopes of ever overcoming the body hair problem. I can't afford to do full body waxing or laser. I tell myself every week I'll stop touching and picking my skin, and every single week I fail. I don't even notice sometimes that I've started doing it. It just happens like I'm on autopilot. I think you need to see a professional, perhaps. No one knows underneath here, all my fat is in my stomach. I mean, all of it. From the outside, it's like, oh, you look like you probably got some sort of ab definition, maybe. And then I pull up my shirt and they scream and run away. I think that's really it, actually. I'm actually quite attractive. There's a few things I'd like to fix and I'd be pretty sexy. You, I don't know. Have you ever had a thought that made you want to die? Yeah, I have OCD. Most of the time, the thoughts make me want to die. I don't know how to explain it. They're just so horrible. It's nothing sexual towards children or anything like that. I just want to make sure no one is thinking that. Yeah, me either. The reason I support bicycle infrastructure is because I hate cyclists. Or this is what the pro car people are missing. You don't want cyclists on the road? Give them their own mini little road, and then they won't be in your fucking way anymore, right? That's an intrusive thought I've had. Sometimes little kids, they'll be like in a long line on the side of the road. It's like 20 kids from a class or something. And I just think, what if I just fucking ran them all over like them running over little gnomes or something? I'm a pedestrian. I have a driver's license, but have not owned a car in more than a decade. I will rarely rent a car when I need one to get to a hiking trail. The reason I own a car, I've lived in walkable cities for that decade. I'm not a cyclist. I never learned to ride a bike since I grew up in an area in the United States that was very car-centric. I have trained a couple of times as an adult to learn, but I haven't enjoyed it. I haven't been good at it, and I like taking the train. Part of why I live in cities is so that I don't have to own a road vehicle, motorized or none. I don't like cars, but cars I get. They stay in the road, I stay on the sidewalk. When I'm crossing the road, I'm cognizant that I am in their space to stay cautious and hyper aware. I've never been hit by a car, and I intend to keep it that way. You sound like a pick-me pedestrian, let me just say that. But bicycles, man, fuck bicycles. Bicycles are fast road vehicles. Colliding with a pedestrian will deal a lot of damage, and cyclists aren't required to have insurance to pay for the injuries they cause to other people. And many cyclists have convinced themselves that they are the same as pedestrians. Oh, look at me. I'm too fragile to be on the road. So they ride at Mac fuck down sidewalks and pedestrian footpaths, often on motorized e-bikes, with absolutely no regard to the pedestrians. They're the only ones that actually have any business being in those spaces. In the decade that I've been living in cities, I have been run down by cyclists on 3 separate occasions. One of them hit me so hard my knee was dislocated with a meniscus tear, and I have never fully recovered. The cyclist screamed at me for getting away and rode off without acknowledging that he's the one who ran down a woman coming out of a bagel shop. I have a tattoo of his tire rubber burned into my shin. So, yeah, the world needs bike lanes to keep those psychopaths off the sidewalk. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the current world right now, cyclists are not allowed, like, you're not supposed to ride on the sidewalk. Am I wrong? I get it, because, like, where the fuck else are they supposed to go? Like, are they supposed to ride in the middle of the road? Because then everyone else gets pissed of them being in the middle of the road. But then if they're on the side of the road, everyone has to move over, and then they also get pissed. So, yeah, you've got a point. This is why we need bicycle infrastructure, right? Listen, I don't want to generalize cyclists, but God, everyone fucking hates you guys. I faced overt racism for the first time, and I can't get over it. I'm surprised this is the first time. For context, I'm a middle-aged dude originally from Indian subcontinent, living in the USA for over 30 years, all of this time in Michigan. Michigan's pretty diverse too, so I guess I can understand. Yesterday I was visiting one of the metro parks doing leisurely walk, came to a small lake, and stopped to enjoy the fall view. I barely noticed another dude about 10 yards away from me until he shouted, "Him, don't come any closer." Me, "What?" Him, "I am warning you, leave now or I'm calling the police." Me, "Are you serious?" Him, "I'm dead serious. You're lucky I'm not carrying today." Fucking white people. That's the first thing. Racist white people, white conservatives specifically, the first thing they're going to do is threaten to fucking shoot you to death. It's awesome. Of course I am pissed now, so I say, "Call whoever you want, I'm going nowhere." At this point, to my surprise, he actually dials 911 and says loudly, "There was this guy," goes on to describe me and my appearance in detail, but some important part, Mexican looking, seems to be illegal. I'm sure he is up to no good, just sneaked up to me, like he's a sly fox or something. Once he's done talking to the cops, he takes my picture, sends to someone and calls that person, still speaking loudly. If anything happens to me, it's this guy, and again describes me in details. Cops come, he takes my ID and asks me what happened. I instead ask the cop to ask him, what law did I break? Cops go to him, I don't hear the discussion, but he leaves. Cops come to me, tells me I didn't break any law, and he was probably having a bad day. What? But I didn't like the cop making this comment, 6,000 acre of park, and you had to come right here. Of course the cops are racist too. That's not fucking surprising. Having a bad day. What? The extent that people will go to excuse people being horrible people. It baffles me. I don't care if someone's having a bad day. You don't do that. This guy's just a racist motherfucker. That's fucking awful. It's upsetting. I get this. It's not the same thing, but I get it to my own personal extent. Like, obviously, okay, I'm not fucking stupid. I see transphobia specifically. I see that online all the time. I know that it exists. I see it in the government. I see it across the world. In my own day-to-day life, I do not experience it that often. When I do experience it, though, it's always just, it's dumbfounding, honestly. I'm a person, yeah, I'm, you know, we could get in a whole thing, like, yeah, I'm out there, radical. I'm alternative and all that shit, but I am still a human being. I'm not a bad person, by any means, I wouldn't say. Why are you making an issue out of fucking literally nothing? It's just so shocking whenever it happens, it's like, oh my god. I can't even take it seriously because it's just so surprising. It's like, why do you care that much? There's no redemption. I don't care if he fucking confesses. I'm sending that motherfucker right to hell. Should I continue babysitting for a lady whose baby is a doll? Easy answer, yes. You literally don't have to fucking do any work. Now, if I had to babysit real kids, I'd be going to prison. Not for the reasons you think I would be, by the way. I-19 female posted an advertisement that I babysit. A lady from the area responded that she has an 11-month-old baby little boy called Toby. I told her it would be 13 pounds an hour, and she said that's fine. She'll be gone for 3 hours. When I turned up, she greeted me holding what looks like a baby. She handed it to me saying, "This is Toby." Then I realized it was a doll. I wasn't sure if maybe she had given me the doll to give to Toby or if she actually wanted me to babysit the doll. So I asked, "Is there any other children in the house?" So if I had misunderstood her, I could pass off as joking, but I wouldn't upset her if she really did think the doll was a baby. She said, "No, just Toby." She made me wear there's baby monitors around so she can have peace of mind that he's okay. I said, of course, kissed the doll on the head before leaving. I basically just play pretend that the doll was real. Hugging it, I put on a bouncer she had, let it sleep in the crib. I went to the toilet at one point. On the wall, there was a picture of a real baby that looked similar to the doll. Ooh. This is her stuffed dead baby. Oh my god. I didn't think you could do that with people. I'm assuming this is her way of grieving. I cried a bit myself in the bathroom at this realization. Yeah, I mean, holding like the dried skin of a once real baby is pretty fucking upsetting. But I put on a happy face when I went downstairs and continued looking after the baby. Changed his nappy so if she was watching, she could have peace of mind. When she came back, she asked how he was. I told her he was so well behaved. I said because he was more well behaved than most babies, I'll only charge her for 1 hour. The fuck? She messaged me asking if I could babysit another time. I haven't responded yet. My friends don't think I should because taking advantage of her when she's clearly mentally ill. I wouldn't want to take advantage of her. That's a really sad situation. They also think I should tell her that that I think it's just a doll, but I don't know if I should do that. I don't think that's a good idea. Honestly, I think you should keep feeding into her delusions. Money is money, right? Doesn't really matter how you get it. My mom used to accuse me and my dad of incest, and I'll honestly never forgive her for it. I'm gonna need some holy water after all that. Cleanse me of other sins, and cleanse me of my own, Lord. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I'm also emo. Alright, I think that's enough of that. If you have any confessions that you want to get off your chest, please feel free to comment them down below. Why the fuck not? Comment down below anything you want to comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, hit subscribe. I post videos about whatever I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your thing, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when I post a video. I'd like to give a shout out to my Patreon members on my Alpha and Delta tiers. Thank you so much to Mandy Spacer and Lisbeth Ruiz. I truly appreciate your continued support. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to all of my Patreon members. If you want to become a member, the link will be down below. It is the best way to directly financially support me. Anyway, with that all being said, I really hope you all enjoyed this video, but more importantly, I really hope I see you in the next video. You'll be there, right? Watching me. God, I hope so. I can't say that. Fuck! I shouldn't have said that either. Shit!